Now go to Mr. Johns for 6 minutes.
Well, thank you, Minister. Thank you for being here today, and I'm glad you're feeling better. Late last year, the government, the Privy Council Office, conducted polling regarding Canada Post that raised the possibility of restructuring and actually cuts to services and jobs. The poll asked about closing rural post offices, moving remaining door-to-door home deliveries to community mailboxes, reducing the frequency of mail delivery, and using more automation to replace Canada Post workers. So news of this polling, as you can imagine, Minister, was understandably concerning for postal workers as well as for Canadians who rely on Canada Post. The poll was conducted prior to the release of your mandate letter, which asks you to ensure that Canada Post provides the highest quality service that Canadians expect at a reasonable price and better reaches Canadians in rural and remote areas. Who commissioned this polling and why was it done?
So, excellent question, MP Johnson, and I'm happy to have the opportunity to speak about it. Look, this polling was, and you're absolutely right about my mandate letter. I totally understand that, and we want to ensure that we work with Canada Post to get them to a place where they are self-sustaining. That's the goal. We recognize how important Canadians believe that Canada Post is in terms of the services they provide. I've had stories about medicines during COVID that, needed to be delivered, and the Canada Postal workers continue to make those deliveries. So great gratitude to Canada Post and their workers. With respect to the survey specifically, let me say this. It's critical for us to understand where Canadians are with respect to the relationship with Canada Post. We know COVID-19 has changed many things, and it's critical as we move forward, as we make decisions and as we work with Canada Post, that those decisions are based on an understanding of what the Canadians' views are with respect to the relationship with Canada Post. And so that information is information that's important. I've had meetings with Canada Post as well as CUPW, and I am saying any information that you have that you want to share with me, please provide that information, because the government wants to be armed with all that information so we can make the right decisions moving forward with respect to guidance with Canada Post and working
Minister,
with
I just don't think this is like, you just cited it, the sacrifice of Canada Post workers through COVID to ensure the Canadians stayed safe. And this isn't the way to reward them by asking questions that are leading. And some of the questions were actually false information, as you are well aware, about the structure of Canada Post, that it's a standalone corporation. So I have deep concerns around that. I guess I want to know what the plans are for Canada Post from your government, and will you be transparent with Canadians and postal workers about what those plans are?
So first and foremost, let me say there was no intention to mislead. And so if there was any misleading in that was not the intention of the survey. In fact, and I totally agree with you. We are grateful to those postal workers who worked through COVID and who took measures in order to keep Canadians safe as they delivered parcels and mail. And I have great respect and gratitude for that service. My focus here is understanding how strong Canadians feel about this. We recognize that the Postal Service is important to them. Yep. We want to be responsible in gathering information so that as we work with Canada Post moving forward, we're working in a way that lines up with responding to what Canadians' desires are and priorities
I appreciate it. Like, there's promises made in 2015 to restore mail service delivery that hasn't happened. Now, I want to talk about the future. I want to talk about, the record profits of the big banks in this country. That communities across this country have seen branches close from those same banks that have record profits, especially in rural and remote communities. Many Indigenous communities are underserved, leaving residents without access to financial services or relying on predatory payday lenders or businesses that gouge them when they want to cash their checks. Now, most Indigenous communities, as you know, have no access to a bank branch, especially in Nunavut, where it's a huge issue. And this contributes to systemic inequalities, inequities. Postal banking could help Canadians access more affordable, quality banking services where none is currently available. Your test pilots have been very positive. The Canada Postal Workers Union supports postal banking, and the revenue generated can help support Canada Post's other services. Will you work with Canada Post and us to begin developing postal banking for Canada like they've done in Australia, and it actually shows profit there?
So I know that postal banking has been something that has been talked about for a long time since 2015, I've been elected, that conversation has been ongoing. And we are providing pilots in order to get the information so that we can be successful as we move forward. So we're doing pilots with postal banking. We're also doing pilots with setting up a hub. You speak about Indigenous communities and services that are needed.
Can we get a commitment from you that you're going to further this? I mean, this is a really key and important aspect for reconciliation for Canada Post and for your department. This is an opportunity.
So Canada Post, as you know, is an independent Crown corporation. But what I will say is that we are going to work with Canada Post as they move forward, and we are going to take all the information we've received from Canadians. We are going to take the results of the pilots that we are running in order to work with Canada Post to bring them back to being self-sustaining, and who knows, maybe even making a profit in what they are doing.
I think they want to know. I think they want to know that you're committed, those communities that are underserved.
Thank you.